So, great. So, good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to start the session, and the topic for the session is self-esteem. Yeah, good morning, Devpriya. So, topic for the session is self-esteem. First of all, you let me know what do you understand by self-esteem. You all have been part of Achievers Camp, right? And you have understood what exactly self-esteem is, right? So first of all, you tell me, what do you understand by self-esteem? You can type in the chat box, or if you want to speak, you just type that I want to speak and I'll give you the audio control. Okay, I'm coming to you, Tejas. Tell me, what do you understand by self-esteem? Tejas? Yeah, I can. Tell me, what do you understand by self-esteem? Exactly. Dev Priya has also mentioned in the chat box, right? It is feeling lovable and capable. Correct? So, what do you understand by feeling lovable and feeling capable? Exactly. And we should also love ourselves, right? Okay. So, this is about self-esteem. And Dev Priya, you are also correct when you say that it is lovable and capable. Now, let's understand this in more detail. Okay? So, first of all, I'm going to show you an overview of the session today. So, first of all, we'll learn in more detail what is self-esteem, and self-esteem is made of what all things, and what all are the types of self-esteem, and then we will understand the secrets to improve our self-esteem. Okay? So, I'm going to the next slide. Self-esteem, right? The way we see and think about ourselves. So, the way we think what we are, the way we start seeing ourselves, whether I am good or whether I can do anything or I like myself, right? So, that is why we say that you should feel lovable and capable, right? You should have the love towards yourself. Definitely, you should love everyone else in this world, but the first and the most important thing to have higher self esteem is to start loving yourself, right? So, the way we see ourselves, the way we look ourselves, that is what makes our self-esteem. The way we think about ourselves, if you start thinking that yes, I can do everything, anything is possible, it is a question of right strategy, right? If you start thinking like this with all the success principle, then what will happen? Your self-esteem will go up. You start seeing yourself that yes, I can do anything and I love myself. I am good. I am a good human being. I am good with my parents. I am good with my brothers and sisters. I am good with my teachers. Teachers? Right? So start loving yourself and start thinking, yes, I can do anything in this world. Tell me, is it clear to everyone? If it is clear, you can just type yes in the chat box.
Lovable
or
and
if you have a
capable,
question,
that we can do anything.
you can just
lovable
ask.
And capable means self-esteem.
Just write it in the chat box. Exactly. Okay, Devpriya understood. Mention in the chat box, right? It is feeling lovable and capable.
Yes.
What about others? Right. So, yeah, Devpriya, I can get your name. Feeling lovable and feeling capable. Others can, yeah, okay. Tejas also understood.
Coach, capable means that we are capable of doing anything which we want to do.
Okay, Shakir also understood. Exactly. Great. And we should also love ourselves, right?
Yes, coach.
Okay. So this is about self-esteem. Okay. And so you are also correct when you say that it is
lovable and capable. Now let's understand.
Okay,
this
now I'm going
more
to the
deeply.
next slide, and that is
So
self-esteem and what all are the things
I'm going to show you an
self-esteem is
overview.
made up of. Okay, so you can read the slide. It is like your self-esteem is made up of all the experiences, okay, and interpersonal relationships you have had in your life. So self-esteem is made up of the experiences that you had. Like many times what happened, you went into the class and you started speaking and somebody told, hey, your pronunciation is very bad, or somebody told that you just speak, and the moment you started speaking everybody started laughing and you started thinking negative about it. And then what will happen? Your self-esteem will come down. On the contrary, just imagine a situation that you stood up for the first time in your class to speak and everybody applauded. They said, wow, great. And they told that even though your pronunciation was not good, or even though you did not speak so well, but people appreciated you, then what will happen? Your self-esteem will go up. Then there is another way. People told you that, okay, no, your pronunciation is not good. You did not speak well. Now, rather than affecting your self-esteem, you yourself can self-motivate. It's okay, at least I did my best. At least I stood up for the first time in the class to speak. And love yourself that, yes, I love myself that I took this challenge to stand up even though I was knowing that people will make fun of me. That is your self-esteem. Okay? So your self-esteem is made up of all the experiences and interpersonal relationship you have had in your life. So who will tell me what do you mean by interpersonal relationship? You can type in the chat box, or if you want to speak, or if you want an audio control, then you can just type audio in the chat box and I'll give you the audio control. Yeah. Okay, Devpriya, the relationship with others. Very good. Okay, Devpriya, I'm giving you the audio control and then you yourself can speak. Yeah. Tell, Devpriya, you can tell now. I can hear. Devpriya, you can speak now. So, you are saying the relationship with others are interpersonal relationship, right? Yeah. So, what do you understand by that?
ও বলে যাক আমি টাইপ করে যাচ্ছি কেন কি তো বলার অপশন নেই 9000 টাকা একটা সেশন করে উত্তরটা দিই বলতে থাকো না আমায় টাইপ করব আমি সেটা
Okay, Devpriya. So I understood. So basically, it is the relationship with others, especially our family members and friends. Interpersonal relationship is the relationship that we have with anybody apart from others, right? So two or more than two people. So when we have relationship with others, that is interpersonal relationship, and that relationship shapes our self-esteem. Our self-esteem is affected by that also. Now everyone you have ever met has added to or taken away from how you see yourself. Till now, like your age is 12 or 14 or 10 years or 15 years, whomever you have met in your life as of now, either they have helped you to add something in your self-esteem, or they have taken it away from you, right? So how they have helped you? When they motivated you, when they told, even though you performed bad, they told great job, or you performed well and they motivated you that good, keep it up, you have way to go. So this has added your self-esteem. This has improved your self-esteem. And there are people you have given your best, your performance was also good, but even then they will say, no, I think it was not good. Then what will happen? Your self-esteem will come down. So everyone, till now, everyone whom you have met in your life has either added to your self-esteem or they have taken away your self-esteem, and this is all what you see about yourself. Now we will discuss more about what all things happens in more details. So what happens if you have high self-esteem? What happens to you, right? People with high self-esteem has following characteristic. They like to meet new people, right? They will not be hesitant to go and meet new people or strangers. They will love to meet new people. Then they don't worry about how others judge them, right? You should normally it happens. We feel okay. What if I do something like this? What will happen to my friend, or what my teacher will think, or what my parents will think, or what my relatives will think, right? So many times, what happens? We start thinking only about that, right? It's good to think, but every time if you keep uh, thinking that what others are doing and how they are judging about you, then what will happen? Your performance will come down and your self-esteem will come down. So you don't have to worry about how others will judge you. For example, you go on the stage and you stop thinking about how others are going to judge, whether they will say that you are performing good, you're doing a good job. Just don't worry about that. Go and give your best. Let them judge, but don't worry about their judgment. Then what will happen? You will give your best and you will have higher self-esteem and you will end up doing a great job. Then the courage to express themselves, right? If you have high self-esteem, you will have courage to express yourself. Whenever you get chance, you will have the courage to express yourself with a lot of enthusiasm and with a lot of energy. Then the next one is lives are enriched with each new encounter. So if you have high self-esteem, your lives will get enriched. You will learn whenever you meet new people. You will learn from every person whom you meet. So that is also one of the characteristic of high self-esteem. Now, till now, whoever has understood, type yes. If you have a question, you can type the question in the chat box, or you can just write audio and I'll give you audio control if you want to ask. Everyone understood? If yes, then just type yes here in the chat box. Okay. Akram Shakir. Okay. Tejas wants an audio control. What is enrichment through self-esteem? Okay. Yes, I'll come to you. So basically, if we are enrichment through self-esteem is like basically it's about your skills, right? So you get to learn when you meet new people. You get to learn a lot of new things from them. Each and everyone you meet, if you have the courage to meet and to face strangers, then what, or not only strangers, any other person, then what happens? Your life gets enriched. You meet a professor, they will tell you certain things. You will learn that, right? Your life gets enriched. You meet teachers, right? If you meet, normally you meet 5 teachers who are teaching you. You go and meet teachers who are not teaching you. Just speak to them. Then what will happen? You will get to know a lot of suggestions and advice from them. Your lives will be enriched. So this is what it means. Lives are enriched with each new encounter. Now Tejas, I am giving you the audio control. Yes, you can ask me the question, Tejas. You just type your question.
Okay, Tejas, can you type your question?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Coach, the third point, that is the courage to express themselves, means that we will not hesitate to express ourselves to anybody.
Exactly. This.
Exactly.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
That is what it is.
Yourself.
Courage
That
to
yes,
express
I can go on the
yourself.
stage
That
and
yes,
say
I can go on the stage and say whatever I want. I can go and meet the principal.
whatever I want.
I can express whatever I want to
Meet
express.
the director in my.
I can go and meet the director in my
Whatever I want.
and I can express whatever I want. I won't be what I want to say.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, coach. Coach, like to meet new people. What does this mean?
Yeah, the person who has
Yeah, the person who has high
that person
self-esteem
would like to
that
meet
person
new people, right?
would
For
like to
example,
meet new people, right? For
love
example,
yourself and
if you love yourself and you
what
feel
will
that you are capable,
you will go and
then what
start
will happen?
meeting the strangers.
You will go and start meeting the
love
strangers.
meeting them.
And you will love meeting them.
No, how can I?
You will not how can you
Or this person is not known to me.
this person
How can I
is
go
not
and
known to
ask
me?
something
How
from
can I
him?
go and ask
That
something
happens
from
when
him?
you have low self-esteem. But when you have high self-esteem, you will go and meet that person.
You will go and
Say hi, how are you? If you want to know something, then you
But
say,
you want to know something
please tell me where
tell me,
this location I want to know. I want to go
this
to
location I want to know. I want to go.
And you will love doing that. You will like
You will love doing that.
That is what it
You like
means.
to do that. So that is what it means.
Okay?
Okay, coach.
Okay?
Yes, coach.
The person will,
So,
with high self-esteem, like to meet
with
you.
high self-esteem like to meet you.
Okay, anybody else has
Anybody else has any
Okay, so should we move ahead? How can meeting new people enrich our self-esteem? Yeah, I just explained, Dev Priya. So basically, uh, when we go and suppose you are going on the road, right? And you want to know, suppose you want to go to a place in Patna like Patna Zoo, and you are new to the city. Now you have to go to that place. You have to ask somebody, how can I go? Or where can I get an auto to go to the zoo? Right? If you have low self-esteem, you will be very hesitant. Even if you go and ask, you will not be confident enough to ask. But if you have high self-esteem, if you love yourself and if you feel that yes, I am capable, then you will go and ask that person, any stranger himself, please let me know how can I go to Patna Zoo and where I can get an auto. And you will love doing that. You will like to do that, right? You will simply feel very nice when you are asking that person. That is what it means that when you meet new people, it actually enrich your self-esteem. Okay? Is it clear there, Priya? If it is clear, just type yes. Okay, great. Okay. Now the next thing is they are nicer to be around. Okay? People with high self-esteem, they feel very nice when they are around people. Okay? Their ideas are met with interest because others want to hear what they have to say. So person who has high self-esteem, right, who feels very positive about himself, who feels very capable about himself, then what happens? Their ideas are met with interest, and because others want to hear. Any person, like suppose whoever is your ideal, you will see that you want to hear that person, you want to listen to that person. Why it happens? Because that person has high self-esteem. So if you have high self-esteem about yourself, then others will also like to, or they will have interest in you, and your ideas will be respected. If you suppose you are you are doing a teamwork in your school, you have a team assignment for 5 people. If you have high self-esteem and then you give an idea, then everyone will listen to it. They will have interest in your idea. They'll respect your idea. But you have very low self-esteem. You don't even talk. You don't even talk to others. Or you don't take an initiative. Then what will happen? Everyone else, even if you have great idea, nobody will take it with a lot of interest because of your low self-esteem. So people who have high self-esteem, their ideas are met with interest because others want to hear what they have to say. Okay? Then they are magnets to positive opportunities. Those who have high self-esteem, they are like magnets for the opportunities which are positive. Like the moment they see that there is an opportunity, for example, an opportunity came to your school that there is a debate competition which is going to happen. The person with high self-esteem will immediately go and enroll. Right? They will get attracted towards that. Or there is a speech competition which is going to happen. They will get attracted towards that. Or there is a competition happening that whoever brings the top 10% marks, they will get some gift or reward from the director of your school. So they will start studying very hard. So they are magnets to positive opportunities. Okay, people with high self-esteem are magnets to positive opportunities. Now, people with high self-esteem have an I think I can attitude, right? Now, this is a question for all of you. What do you mean by I think I can attitude? It may mentions that people with high self-esteem have I think I can attitude. Okay, Devpriya asks, does it mean that person with high self-esteem have positive and magnetic personality? Yes, the person with high self-esteem, Devpriya, is very positive, loves himself, feels that anything is possible. It is the question of right strategy. And magnetic means he gets attracted towards any positive opportunity. If there is an opportunity to go and represent the college or the school in a competition, this person will go immediately and will register for that. So they are positive and they feel very high about themselves and they get attracted towards any positive opportunity. Okay, now the question is open for everyone. What do you mean by I think I can attitude? You can type here that what you mean by I think I can attitude. Or if anybody wants to speak, you just type audio, I'll give you audio control. Okay, Tejas, I'm giving you the audio control just a second.
Coach, I think Coach, I think I can attitude means that whatever we want to do, we can do it if we have a high self-esteem and self-confidence.
Okay, so whatever we want to do, we can do it, we can achieve it if we have high self-esteem, right?
Yes, Coach.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody else would like to speak? Okay, so Devpriya says, I think I can attitude means I can do anything if I get determined. Okay, so Devpriya says that it means I can do anything provided I have the determination that yes, I want to achieve it. Correct? Anybody else? Anybody else? Aryan, can you hear? Sorry, Anuj. Okay. So people with high self-esteem have an I think I can attitude. They feel anything is possible. It is a question of right strategy and I am capable enough to go and do it, right? Many times what happens? You feel that Okay, just a second. I've got that Shaki says that it means that the people with high self-esteem will, that I can do this and I will do it. Yes. Okay. That people with high self-esteem will always say that I can do it. So basically, there are two scenarios. In one situation, what happens? You are given a chance to speak on a topic in your school assembly. Now choices, and choices have consequences. One choice is you say, no, it is very difficult. I have not prepared. They are just telling me one day in advance, and I cannot prepare it so well and so fast. So I will opt out. The second person will say, okay, that's I have only one night. I'll prepare it, and I know that once I go on the stage, I will deliver it in the best possible manner. I can do it, and I know I can do it. I believe in my capabilities. I believe in myself. I'll go and I'll do a great job. So that is what is, I think, I can attitude. Every time you must be ready, right? In Achievers Camp also you have learned that if I can't, then I must, right? If I can't, then I must. So people with high self-esteem has an attitude of, yes, I can do it. Now let's go to the next slide. Now this is a question for all of you. How do we develop positive self-esteem? What do you think? How do we develop positive self-esteem in ourselves? Okay, we'll go first. We'll discuss. And okay, is there anybody who is coming up with a opinion that how do you feel that we can develop by thinking positive? Okay, Devpriya says by thinking positive about ourselves, we can actually develop positive self-esteem, right? Anybody else? Tejas, you'd like to share something? Okay, Tejas phone's audio.
Coach, we can develop a positive self-esteem by following the success principle which we learned. Like anything is possible, it is the question of right strategy. If I can't, then I must.
Very good.
Etc. So that this is the way we can develop positive self-esteem.
Okay. So they just say that by using success principle, we can actually develop positive self-esteem about ourselves. And yet, anything is possible. The question right strategy. Anything else?
No.
Okay, the yes is following inner positive attitude, which is inside us. Yeah, that is what is self-esteem. Self-esteem, when we talk about self-esteem, it's always about what we think about ourselves. Our opinion is now what happens? We will just discuss what happens when we have low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem possess the following characteristic. They don't believe in themselves. First of all, like they will not believe in themselves. Even so many times, they will be very talented. They will be very intelligent, but they don't believe in themselves. And then what will happen? They will not be able to perform based on their talent. Then they see themselves failing before they begin. What will happen? They will say, okay, I have to score, I have made an exam goal poster, I have written that I'll get 95% marks, but then they'll say, you know what, I feel that I'll get only 65%. And then they'll start preparing. Then what will happen? They'll end up not doing it, right? So you have to see yourself winning first. If you want to achieve a target, if you want to achieve your exam goal poster, what you have mentioned there. You want to see yourself that yes, I am achieving it. You have to feel the happiness, right? For those who have low self-esteem, they see themselves failing before they begin. Then they have a hard time forgiving their mistakes and make themselves pay the price forever. You know what happens? Those who have low self-esteem, it's very difficult for them to forgive things. Like if something happens, if a mistake happens, they will always keep on thinking about that. That how can I do this? How can I do such a stupid mistake? Suppose you did a mistake and you wrote a answer number wrong, right? It happens in exam. It's a very common mistake. You have written a correct answer, but the answer number you have written is wrong. Now there is a mistake, and it happens. It's human nature. Mistakes happens. Next time you will not repeat it. That is what is the learning experience. There are no failures, there are only feedback. Now, the person with low self-esteem, they will always start thinking, oh my God, how can I do this? How can I do this? And then because of this, the next time, their preparation, they will not do it well because of this negativity. Right? So they have hard time forgiving their mistake and they make themselves pay the price forever. Then what will happen? If the person with self-esteem low self-esteem, keeps thinking about the mistakes that they have done, then what will happen? They will have to pay the price forever. Right? So you must not think about the past mistake. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes. Learn from that and understand that there are no failure, there are only feedback. Okay? Now, they believe that they can never be as good as they should be as others, right? So, the person with low self-esteem, they always believe, no, I cannot be like this person. This person has some extra talent, right? Or this person knows something really great. I cannot be like this person. Now, again, this is not true, right? This person, whomever you are, whichever person you are talking about, that person has become what he or she is today. Just because of the hard work or because of the way he or she has learned, right? So you can also become like that person. Anything is possible. It's a question of right strategy. All of us have the same neurology. If it is possible for others, it's possible for me, right? We all have the same brain. Our brain is very powerful. If others can do it, I can also do it. If one person can score 100% marks in maths, I can also do it. If one person can score 99 in Hindi, I can also achieve it. It's not that no, I cannot do it. So the person with lower self-esteem has this belief, right, that I can never be as good as others. So this is again this lead to low self-esteem. Now let's go to the next slide. They are also afraid to show their creativity because they will be ridiculed. Now this is something which is very, very important. This guy, you would have seen many of your classmates. They are very talented. They can do excellent job, or they know things. Their subject knowledge is great, but they don't stand up and speak. When the teacher asks a question, they don't stand up and speak because they are afraid that people will start making fun of him. Or a child has a lot of creativity embedded in him. He is very creative. But then what happens? That person does not stand up and speak because that person feels that people will make fun of me, I will be ridiculed, and because of that fear, that person does not stand up. Then they are also dissatisfied with their lives. People with low self-esteem are the people who are very dissatisfied about their lives. They are not happy with their life. They feel, no, what I am getting is not enough for me and all, right? So they will have this negativity. Then they spend most of their time alone. Okay, people with low self-esteem, they don't like to mingle with people. They don't like to speak to a lot of people. They just spend most of their time alone. And they complain and criticize, right? People with low self-esteem will have this nature. And you also know that, right? The person who is a champion is a person who takes responsibility, no blames, no excuses, and no complaints, right? But people with low self-esteem, right, many times they are losers and they complain about things. they criticize others, and most of their energy goes in doing all those activities. Then people with low self-esteem, they worry about everything and they do nothing. They will be tense. How will I prepare about my exam? What all things I have to do? How can I achieve my exam goal poster? They will worry about that, but they will not take any action. Right? They worry about everything, but they don't do anything. Now, Devpriya has a question. What is the difference between self-belief, self-esteem in real life, and how can creativity be ridiculed? Okay, Devpriya, if you are following the class, what I told is, suppose there is one person called Manoj. Okay, now Manoj is very creative. He comes up with out-of-box thinking. He has an excellent talent in suppose he has an excellent talent in painting. Now this person paints. He does not show it to the teacher. He does not show it to his friend. But he has paintings in his home. He is an excellent painter. Now suppose you are a friend of Manoj. You went to say, "Hey, great! Your paintings are awesome. Why don't you show it to the teacher? Why don't you show it to the to other friends? They will be so happy and they will give a lot of good review to you." But then this person who has low self-esteem, they'll say, no. They will make fun of it. I am not sure. You are just telling me, but others will just make fun of me and they will ridicule me and they will not encourage me. And because of this fear, this person will not show his talent. Okay? Now, when we talk about self-belief and self-esteem, it's more or less same. The only thin line of difference is that when we talk about self-belief, it's about just believing in ourselves, just believing in our capabilities. But when we talk about our self-esteem, it's also about loving ourselves. That yes, I am good. I am a good person. I love myself. I am good to others. I help people. I help poor. I help an old person to cross the road. Or I help my mother in the kitchen. Or I help my father for washing car. So these are all loving yourself. When you communicate these things, you love yourself, and your self-esteem is consist of love towards yourself and feeling capable. So self-belief is just about feeling that yes, I am capable. Self-esteem has an addition that yes, I love myself. Okay? Devpriya, is it clear to you? If it is clear, just type yes. Okay. So people with low self-esteem have an I can not do it attitude. In the high self-esteem, what we discussed was that people with high self-esteem has an I can do it attitude, but people who has low self-esteem, they have I cannot do it attitude. They always say no, I cannot do it. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. Now, what all are the ways to start improving the self-esteem now? What action you should do now that your self-esteem, you start increasing or improving your self-esteem? Now, you can type it here, or if you want audio control, I'm ready to give that also. But you have to think about it. Now, think about it and tell me what all are the ways to start improving your self-esteem now? Yes, would like to tell that. How can you start? I've already told many things, or you can just recollect those things. How can we improve our self-esteem? Through daily self-analyze. Through daily self-analyze. No, self-analyze. Can you just explain this, Devpriya? I am just giving you the audio control. Devpriya, I have given you the audio control. You just explain it. not just through like analyzing and recalling our daily actions. Take actions. You don't have to analyze. Just take action. You know that if you want to improve your self-esteem, you have to love yourself. Now, what all are the ways to start loving yourself? Tell me what all are the ways, what all you should do so that you start loving yourself. First, let's discuss that. How can you start loving yourself? How can you love yourself? Anybody can mention here, how can you love yourself? Yeah? Finding reason to love others and ourselves. Yeah. Not others. We are not talking about others here. We are just talking about ourselves right now. What all actions I should do that I start loving myself? Oh, so you have to think about yourself. You don't have to find reasons. Again, you are in analyzing mode. You don't have to analyze. You have to just take action. Like for example, I'll go and help my mother in kitchen. Right? That will help you to love yourself. I'll go and help the teacher. When the teacher is taking the session, if teacher needs something, I'll go and help the teacher. Right? That will help you to love yourself. That I did something good. You saw an old person crossing the road. He wanted help. You helped him to cross the road. You started loving yourself. That yes, I did something nice today. These are the actions. You don't have to analyze. Again, if you keep on analyzing, then most of your effort will go in that. You have to just take actions. Okay, Devpriya? Okay, Tejas, can you tell me what all are the ways to start improving the self-esteem now? Yes, Tejas?
Goes by thinking of a good attitude which we have.
Okay. Thinking about the good attitude. Can you be more specific, Tejas?
Goes with the good things we do, like helping the needy person.
Exactly. So this is about loving yourself. And how do you feel capable?
Coach, if one can do it, why I can't
Exactly.
do it? We all have same aim.
Exactly. That all of us have the same neurology. Yes, it's possible for me. It's like if I can't do it, then I must do it.
Yes.
These all things are helping you. Yes, I am capable. I can. Right? So,
Yes.
good Tejas. Now I am also giving the audio control to Shakir. Okay, Devpriya says, by doing good things, we can improve self-esteem. Yes, by doing good things, by taking an action, initially you feel that I cannot do it, and you cannot start doing it. That also helps you to improve your self-esteem. Yes, Shakir, what do you mean by when I asked that? How can you start improving your self-esteem now?
We can start improving our self-esteem by thinking positive, doing good things, and I can, like, if there's a competition, you should join it, and you should not think that I can't do it, what others will think about me.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Good answer. So basically, it's about thinking positive, and when we feel that this is very challenging, this work is very difficult for me, at that time we say we take it as a challenge and we go and do it. So then what happens? You start feeling capable. So these all are the ways. Now we'll discuss in more detail. There are 12 steps to high self-esteem, right? So there are basically these 12 steps. If you follow this, you will achieve higher self-esteem. Step 1, forgive yourself for past mistakes. If you have committed mistakes in past, forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself for your past mistake. Whatever mistakes you have done, that is over. There are no failures. There are only feedback, and past is not equal to future. Right? You all know past is not equal to future. If you have committed mistake in past, your future will be different. You will not commit that mistake. Second, focus on your positive attitude. You keep focusing on things where you are good at. If you are good at certain things, you keep thinking about that. You be positive about, you think about and focus on your positive attribute. Follow the example of successful people. You read about successful people or just follow the examples. Many times you get it from teachers, from the coaches, from your parents, from your relatives. Follow the example of successful people. This is the third step. Fourth step is become a self-talker. This is extremely important. You must start talking to yourself. If you start talking positive to yourself, you will have higher self-esteem. Suppose you have got, earlier you scored 60% marks. Now you have started scoring 70% marks, right? There will be people who will say, hey, only 70%. You should score 90%, right? You will get demoralized. But for you, it's an improvement because from 60% you have come to 70%. So you feel it's a good job, but because others are saying it's not good, what will happen? Your morale will start going down. So this is where your self-talk is important. You say, whatever it is, I have improved 10% this year, another 20% I'll improve next year, I'll get 90%. What's the big deal? At least I'm improving, right? Then it will help you to get higher self-esteem, that yes, I'm improving. So self-talk is very important. Whenever you feel that your moral is going down or people are saying bad about you, or you want to motivate yourself, talk to yourself and motivate. Become a self-talker. Then the fifth step is exhibit good attitude. Always exhibit a very positive and good attitude. Then get plenty of rest. And when I say plenty of rest, you have all been part of time management session in Achievers Camp. You should not sleep excessively. You should sleep somewhere between 6 hours to 8 hours, right? So have plenty of rest. This is very important for your body to remain active. Make your work skills your own, right? So whatever skills you have, just own it. Yeah? Just make those skills your own. Feel that this is my skill. If you are good in talking, feel that yes, I am good in talking, this is my skill, this is my own skill, right? Then practice your talent. Whatever talents you have, practice it. It's very important. Then become physically fit. It's very important to start exercising and becoming physically fit. That's also very important to have higher self-esteem. Learn new things. Always be ready to learn new things. Improve your personal relationship. Improve your relationship with your parents. Improve your relationship with your friends. Improve your relationship with your relatives. So improve your personal relationship, and then dress well. Always dress well. Be hygienic. All these 12 steps are very important for you to have higher self-esteem. Now, how many of you understood? Just type yes. If you have a question, you can ask for audio or you can type in the chat box. Okay, Devpriya understood. Shakir also understood. Tejas? Okay, so we'll go to the next slide now. Now this is an activity here. Has your best friend ever said something to you about how you looked that really hurt your feelings? Yeah, or is your dad super critical of your maths test score, that why you are scoring only this much, right? Discuss how family and friends can influence a person's self-esteem. Yeah, so who would like to say that how family and friends can influence a person's self-esteem? Okay, Tejas, I'm coming to you. How your best friend ever something about how you look that really hurt your feelings?
Coach, I didn't remember about that, but if the others raise us, they will tell us you are doing good, you are good. This increases our self-esteem.
Exactly.
Coach,
Yeah.
Coach, I have a question.
Yeah, please ask.
Coach, what does the point plenty of rest mean?
Plenty of rest means you need to take rest. What I explained that you need to sleep 6 to 8 hours. Have plenty of rest. So it should not happen that you just sleep for 4 hours. Then what will happen? Body will not be recharged. You will not be in a very positive. Just to be in a good state of mind, you need to take a good amount of rest.
Yes, Coach.
Okay.
Okay, Coach. Thank you.
Okay. Now, Devpriya is asking, how can working on skills improve our self-esteem? Okay, Devpriya, working on skills. For example, you are not good in public speaking, right? You are good in all other things, but you cannot go on the stage and speak. Now, if you start working on that skill of public speaking, you start practicing it, and you start working on that skill. You start going on the stage, and slowly you became a good speaker. Then what will happen? Your feeling that I am capable, that will increase. Earlier you felt you are not capable to go on the stage. Now after working on the skill of public speaking, you feel that I can go on the stage and perform really well. So this improves your self-esteem. That is what it is. So basically, family and friends can influence a person's self-esteem to a great extent. It is, you are most of the time you are with your family and your friends. If they are very positive towards yourself, if they keep motivating you, you will have higher self-esteem. If they come up with a lot of negative statements, then what will happen? Your self-esteem will be low. Now, now you can control this. If family and friends, if they are coming up with statements which is due to which your self-esteem is coming down, you need to start communicating to yourself that I am good, I am capable. Let them say whatever they want, but I know I can do it, right? I know I can achieve my goal. So you need to be a self-talker at that point of time. Okay, so now let's review, right? Self-esteem comes from every experience of your life. Whatever you experience in your life, that either helps you to increase your self-esteem, or that takes you and that lowers your self-esteem. How you view yourself affects everything you do in life. How you view, right? What do you view about yourself? where you see yourself, what is your own perception towards yourself, that affects everything you do in your life. High self-esteem gives you a good feeling about yourself. If you have high self-esteem, you will have very good feeling about yourself, right? Low self-esteem distorts your view of yourself. When you have low self-esteem, it basically distorts your view about yourself. Whatever you think about yourself, it gets distorted, right? So you must have higher self-esteem. Self-esteem can be improved, and we have discussed about that we can improve our self-esteem by thinking positive, by having a positive attitude, by being a self-talker, communicating good things towards ourselves, using success principle, that if I can't, then I must, anything is possible, it is a question of right strategy. By talking good to ourselves, by loving ourselves, we can actually improve our self-esteem, and this is very, very important. Now the final thought for today's session. Okay, Devpriya says, yes, sometimes family members other than parents hamper our self-esteem by negative comments on our performance. Yes. So whenever those negative, now you should not let them hamper your self-esteem. If somebody other than parents in your family, if somebody is coming and telling you something negative and your self-esteem is going down, you must not let that happen. You have to communicate to yourself that I know my capabilities and I'll prove them wrong. If, for example, if your brother comes and say, hey, you cannot get 90% marks, and you know that, yes, I can do it, yes, I can achieve that, then you have to communicate to yourself, I have made my exam goal poster, it's me who has made this, and I know I can achieve it. I have the capability to achieve it, I'll prove it. I'll prove my brother or my sister wrong, right? So when somebody is coming up with negative statement, you can neutralize that, and not only neutralize that, but you can also self-motivate yourself by becoming a self-talker, right? Self-talker means you have to talk to yourself, okay? Now, a final thought is you are a unique individual. No one else is like you in the whole world, right? This makes you special already. All of us, right? You, me, everyone is unique. We cannot compare with others. We cannot compare with our friend. We cannot compare with our brother. We cannot compare with our relatives. We cannot compare with our friends. Everyone is unique. Everyone has unique capabilities, right? So we are all special because we all have unique capabilities. So we must be happy for that. Then our time in this world is very limited. We are in this world for a limited period of time, right? We are not going to live here forever. So make it happen for you. So you leave your mark in the history, right? So you have to make it happen. Do something that people remember you even after your life, right? Like once Swami Vivekananda once told this, right? This was a very powerful statement. It is like, get up and set your shoulders on the wheel, right? Get up and set your shoulders on the wheel. How long is your life? As you have come into this world, leave a mark behind. Otherwise, what will be the difference between you and stone and trees? They too come into existence, decay and die, right? So this means that when you are coming into this world, you should be as if you have wheels, right? You have wheels in your shoulder. You should keep moving very fast and always remember to mark yourself in the history so that people remember you. If people do not remember you, then there is no difference between you and stones and trees, because what happens, trees will decay, stones will decay, it will go into the inside the it will go inside and it will get decayed. But you are a human being, I am a human being. We must leave a mark behind by doing something really great so that people remember us. Okay. Uh, Arise, awake, and not just stop till goal is reached. Yes, this is another quotation, very powerful, Depriya. That we need to arise, awake, and we must not stop till goal is reached. Now, I am giving you the opportunity. Who would like to summarize the whole session today? What you have understood by self-esteem? I am giving you 1 minute time for summarizing. Who will summarize this? Whoever want to summarize, you can just write audio in the chat box and I'll give you the opportunity. Yes, who is ready for that? Okay, I am coming to Shakir for this. Yeah. Yeah. Shakir, can you summarize the whole session today? Shakir, can you summarize the whole session today? Hello? Okay, you can explain. You take your time and explain. You take your time and explain. What did you understand?
We discussed about self-esteem and people who have high self-esteem can will think that I can do this, I will do this, and the people with low self-esteem will think, oh, what others will think about me, I can't do this, it's very difficult for me, and we learned that we should develop our talents, we should work on our talent, and we should work on which we are in the subject which we are very low. And we should keep
Okay, great. Now I'm calling this can also summarize the whole session. Dev Priya says self-esteem is feeling lovable and capable. That is correct. Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Coach, till now we have learned about the self-esteem. Self-esteem is that we can do anything. Anything is possible. If one can do it, why I can't do it? We all have the same neurology, so we can also do it. We can improve our self-esteem. Improving self-esteem is very important. We can't live alone. We have to go to people, talk to them. We have to show them our abilities. We can not preserve them. They are not to preserve them. We have to express them to others, what our abilities are. And whatever we have done in the past, we have not to think on that I have done this wrong in my past, so how can I do it? Whatever was done by ourselves in the past, that was our past. And past is not equal to future. By keeping the success principle in life, we can improve ourselves to a lot of and become a successful person in our life.
Very good. Very good.
Coach, I have
Yeah.
Coach, I have one question.
Yeah, please ask.
Coach, sometimes it happens in the class that a teacher asks a question, but I know that I have the correct answer, but I delay to answer, and by that time somebody else answered that question.
Exactly.
So here that person, I think, oh, I had the correct answer. Why didn't I answer?
Exactly. So that is what you have to increase your self-esteem and you have to become positive, right? The moment you get the chance to speak, you have to take initiative and spread the message.
Coach, one thing is that don't think about what will happen. Just do that action. Just do perform action.
Exactly. You don't want that. You don't want that. Whether I will get wrong. What is my friend? One of me, right?
Yes.
Don't want to think about that. Just immediately remember what it is. You remember that?
Yes, coach. On the stage.
Exactly. You first stand at the first one. You never know what is happening. Right? The choices are constant. You speak fast, right?
Yes, coach. Whether it will be wrong or right, it will add something to us. It will give us a feedback.
Exactly. Whatever it is,
Yes, coach.
exactly. Yeah, sorry. So, now they say, okay, good observation and good question. Okay, self-esteem is being lovable and capable also to forgive your past mistake. Very good, Dev Priya. Focus on positive attitude. Follow the example of successful people. Shakir says we should leave ourselves in history. Yeah, so we should make a mark. Karma must be done and not to think of the fruits of success. Yeah, do it and cast, do good and cast it into the river, right? So these all things were there in the session today. Now it was all great to have you all and to talk to you all today. I felt amazing. I'm just opening the whiteboard. You can put a smiley or something and bye-bye everyone, right? There is a pencil also. If you want to write something, you can write. I'm giving you the control. Just a second. And I'm just giving you the writing control. Everyone I'm giving you. If you are given pages, you can start writing if you want to write anything on the board. You can choose pencil on the top left corner and you can start writing. If you want to put smiley, you can choose a smiley. Vinayak, I've given access to everyone. Okay? So you just go there, choose this pencil and start writing. Okay, Dev Priya is writing something? Great. All of you can write something. If you want to put smiley, just select smiley and whatever smiley you want, you can just put it in the board. Okay, Shakir is also writing. Good. Whatever you want to write, you're free to write here. I learned. Okay. Depriya is writing, thank you so much. Okay, I'm giving you a smiley. Okay. Okay, those miss the session, you can we will send you a recording of the same. Okay, Vinayak, you can speak now. Vinayak, you came late into the session, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so I send you a recording so that whatever you have missed, you can just understand that. Now, just tell me, what did you understand by self-esteem, Vinayak? Till now?
What self-esteem is what that I could give love anyone, then they should also give me the love.
It's about loving yourself and feeling that yes, I am capable to achieve anything. Okay, Vinayak?
Yeah, coach. Yeah, coach.
So you will get the recording, and then whoever has missed, you will get the recording of the session. You can just go and see the session once. Okay, Vinayak? Okay. So
Okay, sir. Put in the WhatsApp or in this only.
I'll mail it to you. I'll see if I can send it on WhatsApp. Okay? If I can send it, I'll send it on WhatsApp. Okay, Vinayak. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.
Bye, Shakir. Bye, Tejas. I'm giving you the audio control. Bye-bye. Devpriya, bye. Yeah, it was great to have you all today. Yeah, it was great to have you. I love the session and I love the session and I love. And now for gold membership, we have next session we have on 2nd of July, which is on Sunday. On 2nd of July, we will take that session. It is from morning 10 o'clock. We will take that session. It is from morning 10 o'clock. Near PMCA. Okay, I'll tell you the address. PMCA. Okay, I'll tell you the address. Okay. Bye bye. Bye everyone. If you have any question, you can write. Bye everyone. If you have any question, you can write now. Otherwise, you can just type bye. Bye, Tejas. Bye. Okay. So bye everyone. I'm going to end the session now. Thank you all.